The driver in the recruit crash is arrested, then released.
He was booked on suspicion of attempted murder, but there wasn't enough evidence to hold him. CBS 2's Kara Finstrom is live in Diamond Bar with the latest turn in the investigation. And Kara, this could change again.
It could. Serena, under California law, investigators do have to present their case to the DA within 48 hours of making an arrest. And despite the fact that they searched this Diamond Bar home for evidence, they say they don't have enough of it yet. That happened earlier this week. Neighbors say the 22-year-old lives here with family members. Nicholas Gutierrez is accused of intentionally running down a group of law enforcement recruits this week. This is him as he spoke with officers right after his SUV plowed into a group of 75 recruits on a training run. 25 of them were injured. Sheriff investigators searched this Diamond Bar home with their guns drawn, but they have yet to release what they think the motive was for the attack or whether they think he was under the influence of drugs. The LA Times reported marijuana was found in the vehicle, but it was unclear whether he had used it, citing a law enforcement source. Now, we do know Gutierrez passed a breathalyzer test. Sheriff officials also tell us they plan to rearrest him. Yesterday, the sheriff spoke with News Nation before his release, apparently unaware that was about to happen, saying they'd collected evidence suggesting the crash was deliberate. Neighbors in that community say they have a hard time believing the SUV couldn't stop.
I just move over just in case a dog would jump out of a yard and bark and scare somebody and they turn, and some guy ran him over in his car. And I couldn't believe that.
The defense attorney for Gutierrez said in a statement she expects the investigation to cover all this was a tragic accident. And neighbors in this community have told us that they don't believe he's capable of taking that action intentionally. They think maybe he fell asleep. So much more still to come on this, Serena and Chris. The good news that we have heard is that all of these recruits, it appears they'll survive. Some of them, though, did suffer some very serious injuries.
Amazing to think no one was killed, though.
Yeah,
all right.
for sure.
Kara, thank you so much for that. And we are learning more about how this all played out yesterday.
Yeah, let's go to CBS 2 assignment manager Mark Liu. He joins us live with this part of the story. Mark.
Yeah, Chris and Serena, this story we have been researching here at the assignment desk for almost 2 days now, and it is getting more confusing as time goes on, and it all focuses around the driver, 22-year-old Nicholas Gutierrez. Now, yesterday, the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department finally sent us a news release we had been waiting for that both named the driver and also announced his arrest for attempted murder of a police officer. It was very specific language in the news release, attempted murder of a police officer. Now, to further sort of emphasize the intent of this driver, as Kara had mentioned, Sheriff Villanueva went on TV and said, look, we have done a very thorough investigation. We are confident, and we are going to be submitting this case to the district attorney on Friday. Now, a startling turn of events happened last night at 10 p.m. on our assignment desk. My colleague Mike Rogers got a phone call from a system called the VineLink Inmate Information System. It's a public service that law enforcement has for subscribers, that when an inmate is released, they will notify you that the inmate has been released. And my colleague got a call that said, hey, Nicholas Gutierrez is now out of custody. We couldn't believe it. We called the sheriffs right away and said, is this true? And they said, yes. We said, why did you release him? They said, because of a lack of evidence. Now, I just got off the phone with Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau again this morning. They said, incredibly, they still want to file charges with the district attorney today. And they confirmed when their detectives develop enough evidence, they will be rearresting Nicholas Cruz for this crime. Serene, Chris, back to you.
All right, Mark, a lot to keep track of in this story. Thank you.
Get CBS News Los Angeles on the CBS News app. Download now.
Got your phone handy? Of course you do. Scan this right here. Download the CBS LA app. And just like that, you're connected to all the best local news and videos. Now, if only everything were this easy.